Yeah. Hello, my Toronto Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame press conference for tonight's puck drop at 7:30. I'm going to take you live to the pregame right now. I'm going to have the highlight stream at midnight as usual. Hope you enjoy. Hope we can win game four, and the next game will be on Wednesday to try to knock out the Florida Panthers. If we win tonight's game, we'll be up 3 games to 1, and then Wednesday we'll be back in our hometown to try and knock them out. We'll see what happens.
The full-time professional gardeners at Lawn Troopers would be honored to clean up your property. We will edge the beds, turn the soil.
Back.
Mitch, Matt Nyes is a player that's impacted throughout the year, but how significant is it to have?
Mitch, what stands out to you about his ability to take physical play, keep on trucking?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think you saw it last year as well and years before. So he's a guy that goes out, gives it his all every single game. Something you really love to have on your team. Puts his body on the line every single shift as well. So does a lot of great things for us as a team, and that's, I think why we're having so much success is, because of him.
It looks like you might see more of Lundell moving forward here. What stands out about that line? You got Green and Marchand.
Yeah, obviously three guys that work extremely hard and get to the net, get pucks to the net. They do a good job kind of surrounding the net and suffocating you in a way. So for us, it's just making sure we're making our plays, doing our thing, and focus on ourselves.
What part of the starts can you replicate? You've had some good starts to the games in the series.
Don't overthink it. Just keep doing what we're doing. Starting on time, which is what you love to see. Just don't overthink it. Just get out there and be ready for a fast-paced game like we've been doing.
Marchand said you really enjoyed the chance to play with you finally at Cornington. What did you learn about him when you're up close with him?
Yeah, he's a great teammate, great guy. I'm sure a lot of people probably think opposite of playing against him and everything like that, but he's a fiery competitor, and that's something that you want on your team. So, you always know you're going to get a competitive game against him whenever you're playing against him.
So an opportunity tonight to head home with a chance to clinch this series on home ice. How important is that to go out there and take advantage of that opportunity tonight?
Yeah, it's great. Something that you want and something that you try to put yourself in position for. So, great opportunity. Like I've been saying this whole series, it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. You got to just make sure you stay calm through it. Pick each other up when we need it and have each other's back.
Mitch, Matt Nyes is a player that's impacted throughout the year, but how significant is it to have a player like him this season?
Yeah, he's been great. Obviously, he's got a big body, makes a lot of good plays, gets himself around the net very well, and it's hard to move him. So he's had a great couple, tip plays, just plays around the net that make him very good. And like I said, he's got a big body. He throws it around out there as well, and just his skating, his work ethic. So something that you like to have on your team and on your line.
What says that about the Kelly kind of killer instinct you guys have been able to kind of develop moving forward here? Marchand was saying the way you guys came out in that last game, it showed him that was there for you.
Yeah, I don't think we're just going out there and playing hockey like we do. We got a lot of confidence in this group. We know when we're playing our best hockey, it's a hard team to beat, and that's what we're trying to focus on. Just try to go out there every night and do that.
Talk about what Ted brings up on the ice. What did you bring off the ice?
Ted, have you said sorry? Just a calming presence as well. He's, if anyone knows him off the ice, he's one of a kind. He's just very calm to himself. Every once in a while you hear him peek a joke, which is, usually pretty funny. And, something that I found out this year is he does schoolwork still on the road a lot, which I find is crazy. But, he's dedicated in that kind of work of art, and anything he starts, he wants to finish. So it's something you appreciate.
What kind of school?
I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's doing something. It's impressive.
You reached out to the moms in your life?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I reached out to my wife and my mom. and my wife's mom. So yeah, I mean it's a special day for myself and my wife. And, it's her first Mother's Day. It's something really cool, and it's can't wait to get home tomorrow, see the little guy, and celebrate with him on Mother's Day. So it's a cool day for sure for my wife and both moms.
All right. What stands out to you about how Tanev can take physical play and just keep on clicking?
Yeah, he's been a machine all year, taking hits, blocking shots, just laying his body on the line for the boys every night.
On the road, the matchups change. You might see more of that Barkov line. Like, what stands out about those guys going up against two Selke Trophy nominees?
Yeah, I mean, they're talented, play both sides of the puck really well. Barkov's big, super skilled, top players in the league. So it's always fun when you get to play against the best.
How would you describe the way you guys have developed killer instincts? Brad Marchand said the way you started that game last game, it showed him that you guys kind of have that. How have you seen that kind of develop for your team?
I haven't really thought about it too much. Just go out and play.
William, what do you see in the chemistry that your line has? There's playoff point streaks for both you and Max right now. John gets a couple of goals in that last game.
Yeah, I think we've been clicking, been able to create chances in these games, but we just got to keep working hard to get those chances. Games are tight, and got to fight for every little inch out there.
How did you see the last shift of the last game sort of play? You guys got stuck out there?
Yeah, I was pretty tired. That's about it. They scored.
What about the start, Willie? Why you guys have a first-minute goal in 2 of these games? What do you like about how the team is starting these games?
Yeah, we're coming out, ready to compete. Sometimes, you just get a good chance right off the bat, and that's happened, and we've been lucky with that, and we just got to keep going.
Have you reached out to your mom yet? Mother's Day?
Yeah, she got flowers, but that was a couple days ago she got them, so a little early celebration for her.
Early better than late.
Yeah.
What's she mean to you growing up in a hockey life?
Yeah, just amazing. She was dealing with 4 other kids at the same time while my dad was playing, so it's incredible what she did by herself when my dad was on the road. So, just owe it all to her, the hours she spent lugging the family around, getting me and my brother to practices and bringing my sisters along with us. It's just been amazing.
Mark, you talked about the killer instinct. Is there pressure on you guys to not let them right back into this series?
Last couple for Will, guys.
This up?
Playoffs is playoffs. All we can do is go out there and play our best, and we just focus one shift at a time, and that's where we go from.
Chris, what do you like about how your team is starting the game slightly?
Yeah, obviously a good start last game, but need to carry that through 60 minutes.
You hit a lot in this series. You've been blocking a lot of shots. You feel sore when you wake up in the morning? How do you feel?
No, feel great. Every day is a great day. So you wake up and you're happy and come to the rink.
Is there a secret to absorbing the hits that you take, or is it just take them and move on?
Yeah. Sometimes trying to draw guys in and sort of absorb a hit before you move it. It's probably some times where I could move it a little quicker, but just playoff hockey, and that's what happens.
What's the biggest thing you learned about Matthew Tkachuk when you were his teammate?
Concentrate fire on the target. Enemy battleship sunk. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy submarine spotted. Attention, reporting the target position. Enemy heavily damaged.
He's a competitor and he's extremely skilled, really smart player. So he always puts himself in a great position to make the next play, and he's really good at that.
What I guess forced you to miss a few shifts there in the third.
My skate broke. So.
Your skate broke.
Yeah.
How frustrating is how are you dealing with that in the moment?
Yeah, obviously sucks, but guys did a great job of of fixing it and getting me back out there as quick as they could.
What are you studying, Chris? Mitch said that you were
Yeah, of course, Mitch. Finance. Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
I went to school for a year and left and took a 10-year break. And then sort of when COVID happened, my wife was like, why don't you start taking classes? We're just sitting at home, and I've done that since, so I'm almost done.
What intrigues you about finance?
I don't know. I've always been good at it, so it's come easy to me.
What school is it through?
There's a program through the PA, Southern New Hampshire University, so I transferred my RIT credits over there and sort of able to just do one class at a time through them.
What have you learned about Austin's ability? We talked to you about playing through stuff, like he obviously he's dealt with injury issue this year. What stands out about his ability to kind of deal with everything and keep going?
Yeah, I mean, he's our captain, he's our leader, and he's been an incredible player for us. So, I mean, I expect him to be the same tonight, and he's going to show up and be great for us.
Have you reached out to the mums in your life yet today?
I have.
Yeah.
You have to, come on.
What's your mom meant?
Yeah, a lot. She's, I mean, growing up, I think every kid who's been in hockey can attest to your mom driving them to the rink at 6 a.m. and working extremely hard at her job and still coming home and taking my brothers and I to hockey and taking care of us, making sure we have good things to eat and our laundry's done and the house is clean, and it's not an easy job, and obviously can't thank her enough for what she's done.
Craig, Marchand was saying you guys came out hot last game. He senses that killer instinct in your group. How would you assess like that killer instinct so far that you've seen from these guys in this playoffs?
Yeah, we always we want to get off to a good start and have a certain mindset and mentality going out there, being aggressive and attack. You know, it's something we talk about all the time, and I thought we did that in the first period.
What kind of conversations are you having with Bobby McMahon about how to really put a stamp on the series?
I think it's more about focusing on 2 or 3 things out there. We know he's a great skater. He's got good speed, big physical player. And so for me, it's about focusing on using your speed, obviously, getting there, arriving on time on a forward check, arriving on time at the net, things like that. Use your speed, use your physicality. And then for me, it's all about wall play and things like that. For a player like himself, he's got to be good on the walls and make sure he's doing a good job there. That's important. But I think he can get to the net more. He's going to get his looks from his speed and his shot, but he needs to get around the paint more. I think that's a big thing for me, is getting to the blue paint.
There's so much skill up front, but pucks have been going in off defensemen and bouncing in. What's the lesson there just this time of year? And how?
Well, the lesson is you don't pass up shots. And hitting the net, because it is going to go off people, because there's numbers there all the time, right? Especially in playoffs. You got to get to the net to score goals in the playoffs for the most part. And, you're going to have the D in the opposition team. You got forwards there, and pucks they're bouncing in everywhere. So it's something that we talk about quite a bit, and we need to get pucks there, and we need to get people there.
With the pucks bouncing in at times, it can be tough for a goalie. You mentioned Wool, that 4th goal. What have you learned about his mental strength? What stands out about that part of his game?
Yeah, he's mentally focused. He's really into that side of the game. So he's in a good spot. I mean, you're not going to save them all. And he just needs to go and do what he needs to do to give us a chance.
Hildeby or Murray backing up tonight?
Murray.
Hey, if you're a renter in Canada and you're struggling with heavy credit card debt, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, I just want to share some numbers with you here. $23,000 on a Scotiabank card. Then we got $17,000 on a Canadian Tire card. Oh, this is crazy. $660 minimum payment due that month, and most of that went to interest? If you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're not sure how you're going to pay off your debts, then click the blue button underneath this video right now. You're going to see a quiz I'm going to show you over on my other screen. Here we are. When you click the Check Now button, you'll end up here. Harrison Partners. Check now for free. See if you can write off up to 75% of your unsecured debts. All you need to do is answer this simple quiz. That's it. And when you answer these questions, you're going to get connected to a federally licensed professional in your province. You'll have to enter your postal code so that these guys know what province you're in, right?